What's up, everybody? So today I want to talk about pads, specifically SixSixOne pads, and some things that I liked, some things that I didn't like with the ones that I've used over the past year. The ones that I've tried are the Evo Compression Jacket long sleeve, which I do not have, the Evo Compression Shorts, the chamois version, which I do have right here, and the Recon knee pads, which I also have. They are still filthy, so you know I'm using them. As I mentioned before, and I'm sure I'll mention again, I like having pads. I don't actually wear most of them most of the time, but every now and then, when I'm feeling nervous about something or really want to kind of push the envelope a little bit, it kind of gives me that psychological confidence to just go for it a little bit more. I've had experiences with knee pads in the past in other sports, and elbow pads too, where they slide up, they slide down. You just can't keep them in place. So these, the Recon knee pads and the Evo compression shorts, have this clever little system where there's a little snap right there in the shorts. There's a little snap there, and you can snap them together like so, and then they are linked. And so they actually will keep the knee pads from sliding down or up, really, because they're kind of linked in with the shorts and it makes them more solid. They also make the Evo Compression Jacket, which can link in with these snaps in the shorts. And I think if you got the short sleeve version of that, they also make elbow pads that could then link in with the body armor, the jacket itself. So you've kind of got this full body protection that's all linked together so it's not sliding around. That's like the dream, that's the idea. And that's why I was interested in this in the first place. The other reason that I chose these, specifically the Recon knee pads, was just that I saw them recommended as a good pair that they're not all that beefy. They honestly, like, for something gnarly, like, you probably wouldn't want to be wearing these. I don't have any other knee pads, but they're pretty thin. But because they're thin, they're really quite comfortable for everyday rides, wearing them the whole time, pedaling up and down hills, doesn't really matter. They slide down a little bit on me every now and then, not enough that I would really care about it or think about buying a different pair of knee pads or anything. So the Recon knee pads, I would say, definitely live up to the hype, and I would recommend them, although you do need to know that what you're buying is, these are kind of long distance, pedal friendly, little bit of knee protection. You're not getting a ton of protection out of these, but they're very comfortable. They'll offer a little bit of protection if you do crash, and you can wear them all the time. Now let's talk about the shorts. So these are essentially kind of like a chamois, just like with some pads built in. They do have a version that doesn't have that if you want to wear your own chamois under them, but it's kind of like compression shorts plus a chamois plus pads all in one. So these cost $100, the version that includes the chamois. But if you think about buying those things separately, you're going to get fairly close to that anyway. And I figured, again, if the protection is good, if they're comfortable, then if I can wear them for a long time, then that's probably worth it. And so far they have been pretty good. As you can see, they've held up. I mean, they don't look brand new, but they certainly look fine. They still feel fine. They're still comfortable. The only really substantial padding is these. They're kind of big pads that would be on your hip bones along the sides. So I have worn these in, I think I was wearing these in that Mount Abram crash, which is probably the worst crash that I've had. But I didn't smash my hips, so I'm not sure how good the protection is. Or maybe I did smash my hips, but I didn't notice it because these protected me super well. Who knows? But anyway, I would recommend these as well. I think they're super comfortable. They're pretty solid protection, especially for that hip bone side part that you don't really want to smash that on anything. If you do, it's not going to be fun. And you need to wear a chamois anyway, probably, so why not get one that has some pads in it if you're going to be riding things in a situation where you feel like you want pads. Now, the Evo Compression Jacket. I don't have one of those to show, and the reason that I don't have one of those to show is that I wouldn't recommend that. I ended up returning it almost immediately. Now, to be clear, I'm talking about the long sleeve version. The short sleeve version I never purchased. I haven't tried it. It might be great. My complaint about the long sleeve version was, although it was really cool to be able to snap that into the shorts and kind of have that whole system work together, at least for me, it seemed like it was designed for like another type of creature, like maybe not a human, or maybe I'm just not a normal human, I don't know. The elbow pads on my elbows that were built into that jacket just they didn't line up with my elbows at all. It was kind of like some random pads somewhere on my arm in the general vicinity of my elbow, but it just didn't feel like it worked very well. If you look up the price, I don't even remember what the price of those things is, but they're expensive. There's a chance that I was gonna return them anyway, just because it was a lot of money. So yeah, the Evo compression shorts with the pads and the chamois, I totally recommend them. Recon knee pads, totally recommend those. Body armor, the Evo compression jacket, not so much. I just don't think that it's really worth the price that they're asking for it. If you found this video helpful, I hope you'll consider subscribing. What I usually post is every Sunday I'll post a video that's about riding or mountain biking skills, kind of sharing my journey as I learn how to mountain bike and not be terrible at it. Still kind of terrible at it, but yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, or you just want to see me crash into some rocks, hit subscribe to check that out. I also will be doing more reviews like this of some other mountain biking products that I've found useful over the course of the past year, so hit subscribe to check those out as well. And yeah, until next time, I hope you get a chance to get outside and ride, and I'll see you this Sunday, so real soon. Hit that subscribe button and you'll be there, and I'll be there. It'll be great. Who knows what's gonna happen? I know what's gonna happen because I already made the video. End of review. These are good. These are good. Body armor, not that good.